you want it to do. So let's talk about commands really quick before we end. And we also need to talk about the cue type as well. So commands, I'm going to say executor. What executor are we on? 30 at 100. So it's going to say bring executor up at 100%. And then I know out in Highland right now we don't have a group master for every light, but let's act like we do. Let's just say executor 29 at full, and that's where all of our lights will be stored as a group master. All right, and let's make that fade too. Fade, say 3 seconds. Cool. And then in the end cue we'll do executor 29 at 0, fade 3. And again, I mean the lights do fade on their own in this cue, but just as another buffer and to make things smooth and guaranteed to be smooth, we want that group master to come down as well. And let's say you want to go into the next song. We'll say select select executor 31, which will be the next one, and then we'll hit go to Q1, and then we'll say executor, can't spell, executor 30 at 0, and then do this mode right here and hit release. All right, so now you are set. This song is good to go. We can just test it real quick. We can go through first cue, and then you see your lights move. I'll go through these really quickly. And then once we have executor 29 set, it will go down right here. And then watch what happens. We're going to say bye-bye to this sequence list. And we are now in executor 31, but nothing is in 31 right now. All right. So let's go back real quick to this song and let me explain time cues real quick. So if you were doing a fast song, we would like to do time cues so that way you're not having to hit go. Because faster songs are more detailed and everything. So just depending on you, I mean, you can do go cues if you want, if you have the song memorized to the T. So like I said in the first video, like we usually start the go cues after verse 1, and once you hit verse 1, we'll it'll start the time cue. So I selected Q4 through, let's do Q4 through 15, and I'll hit time. So they're now switched over to time. So you'll go over here. The default is always 1 second. So if you hit verse right now, it's all going to go through these at 1 second. So this is where you take your phone and you go through the song. And as soon as verse 1 hits, that's where you start timing. Okay, so you might ask, like, why can't this start on verse 1? Because it's going to follow the cue after. So when you start your stopwatch on your phone or your watch or whatever, you want to start it on whatever cue comes first, which in this case is going to be verse 1. So let's say that verse is 12 seconds, and then the chorus is 12 seconds as well, or let's say 18 seconds, and then verse 2 is 12 seconds. So you'll go down the list, get these cue times right and everything, and then it should go through it very nicely. And the band does a great job of keeping the same format, same tempo, and they will definitely communicate with you if anything changes. And usually you kind of stump them if you already have everything set in. You can say, I already have the tempo set. That means I'm going to have to re-record or do everything on my stopwatch to make sure all the cues are right. So by then they're like, all right, let's just keep the tempo the same way it has been. All right. So guys, that is about it for these first videos on programming a song. We can get more in depth with it too, but these are sort of the basics on how to get some cool fade and delay times and some cool effects and everything, working with individual fade times for groups and everything. So we'll continue this, and I hope y'all enjoy.